Diotrephes would not allow the congregation to receive correspondence from the Apostle John. Diotrephes spoke wicked nonsense against John and his companions, speaking with the intent to harm their reputations. Diotrephes also refused to receive fellow Christians and used excommunication to intimidate those in the church who wanted to receive the brethren. Essentially, Diotrephes rejected the Apostle John, anyone associated with him, and anyone in the congregation who wanted to be associated with John. Who was this man, and what gave him the right to act this way? The Lord's plan for the church was for local congregations to be ruled by a body of elders, or what we call an eldership. Following the pattern established in Acts chapter 6, verses 1 through 6, the church chose men who met certain qualifications described in places like 1 Timothy 3, Titus 1, and 1 Peter chapter 5. The elders saw to the spiritual needs of the church. They taught the church the doctrine of Christ and set an example of living consistently with it. They also protected the church from false teachers and false teaching. The title elder was used interchangeably with bishop, or sometimes translated overseer, and shepherd or pastor. All of these titles refer to the same role in the first century church. Unfortunately, as the first century ended, some congregations elevated one elder above the rest. At first, bishops were the head elder of elders over congregations. But in a few decades, one bishop ruled over several churches in a city. Eventually, they would rule over churches in a region. But to be clear, this was never the Lord's intention for the elders. The church was to be ruled by a body of elders who shared equal authority. Although we cannot be sure, Diotrephes may have perverted the office of the elder. Diotrephes loved to have the preeminence. Other translations say Diotrephes liked to put himself first, or liked to be first among them. He loved to be the head of all things, to rule and to lord his authority over others. Diotrephes appears to be an ambitious and arrogant man whose dominant personality harmed the church. It's possible Diotrephes was an elder who assumed too much authority, emerging as a prototype for the later development of church bishops. But we don't want to be guilty of reading too much into the text. At the very least, we can say Diotrephes' dominant personality stepped way beyond the authority any member of the church possessed.